Hello people, it's the Paul Bearer here. It's been a while since I've made a video, and just coming to make this one because I just felt that I really wanted to make another video, but I wasn't sure what I wanted it to do it on. But I felt since my last one was about the electronic music artists, I sort of figured that I would do a video talking about artists that are fairly new to the music industry, or not really the music industry, but just new in terms of getting their music out. That they're new artists and they're on the rise. So this is going to be like a small little list of the ones that I listen to that more people should know about, and I hope this video will help to get them exposed somehow, because I really think that some of these people deserve it, and there's definitely a lot of music artists that definitely deserve more exposure, and they should, they deserve a lot more. But I think with some of these that I have a list right here that I really think should be well known, that a lot of people need to know about. So this is going to be a small list, so let's just start it right now. The first one on here is LaRue. Now LaRue is more or less like a synth pop band. They make um, I'm a fan of them. I like some of their songs. It consists of two people. It's the male and female. The female is Ellie Jackson, who pretty much makes up all of LaRue, and the other is Ben Langmaid, who makes up the production part of LaRue. But he doesn't perform with Ellie Jackson, and he doesn't put himself out there. He just does the music and then lets Ellie do everything else. And so, but for the most part, I can say that they're both good at what they do. But since Ellie Jackson is the I guess the front man, or the front woman, sorry, of the group LaRue, then it's gonna be more of it's gonna be on her, because I think she's an amazing vocalist, and she really knows how to put her to really express herself through the songs, and just with everything else. She's not ashamed to act and look how she does, because she has a kind of weird look to her, with the hairdo and the looks and the outfits and stuff like that. So, and I think they have a really good distinct style. So it's kind of like that old school feel with artists like Pet Shop Boys, and like the Human League, like old bands like that. That it was like the synth pop kind of feel to it. So I think you should check them out. Okay, next one on the list would be to a fairly new band that a lot of people are starting to recognize and really see the talent that they have, and that is Bon Iver. And I can say that the first time I ever heard of Bon Iver was, and I have to give credit for this, I have to give credit to Kanye West, because Kanye West had not only collaborated with Justin Vernon, who's the front man for Bon Iver, but he collaborated with Justin Vernon, and he also sampled one of Bon Iver's songs, which was Woods. He sampled that song for his song Lost in the World, and that's when I first heard of Bon Iver, because I was really interested in and impressed by how Kanye and his crew were able to really use a really good sample, and make it his own. I think Kanye West is very, very good at that. I think he does wonders as a producer. A rapper, not so much, but more a producer. But anyway, um, Bon Iver, yes. The first time I heard, like I said, Woods and all their other material, I was just blown away, because, in my opinion, I think Justin Vernon has one of the most amazing, most emotionally driven, most, it's almost like a haunting kind of voice, it's like a ghost calling you. You know what I mean? Like it just brings out so much out of you when you hear their songs, and it's just, Bon Iver, they won a Grammy for Best New Artist, like, this year at the Grammys, and I was more than happy for them, because I really think that they deserved it out of everyone else who was nominated. Sorry. And yeah, I think they're gonna go very very far, and I wish them nothing but the best. So definitely check out Bon Iver because he really makes some good, um, the kind of indie folk rock kind of stuff like that. Just like the soft kind of feeling, kind of rock. So if you're into that, please check them out. Okay, next one is another band that I heard and was really captivated by how good they were, and that is Grizzly Bear. Grizzly Bear is an American. They're kind of alternative, psychedelic almost, um, indie rock, almost like Bonnie Bear. And I heard some of their songs, and their frontman Ed Drost is another one who, just like Justin Vernon, has a really just amazing voice. With it's just as haunting as Justin Vernon's. You know what I mean? And they're very good with their sounds. They don't have a certain sound, but they use a lot of different instruments in their songs, and I think that's very very impressive because a lot of artists tend to just stick to the main usual kind of instruments and difference and the usual sounds that everyone is accustomed to, but sometimes you'll hear an instrument that you've probably never heard in your life, and you're like, but it has a good sound, so it takes you to a different place. Grizzly Bear does a very good job of doing that, and I highly recommend them as well, so check them out. Okay, next one is a vocalist that I just heard about. I don't know, because I like to browse different artists. Like, I'll look at one artist and then I'll see like featured artists and stuff like that, like people who are similar to some of the other artists that I listen to, and this guy was one of them. This is Blood Orange. Now, Blood Orange is a vocalist who for a while did some work before he came out with albums when he was, I think his name was Lightspeed Champion. His was more like rock kind of music, and he did vocals and stuff like that. But I actually prefer him with his new kind of music as Blood Orange. His is more like a. I really like him for his voice because his voice reminds me of like Prince almost. Like he has like a Prince feel to his, like he almost has a like a Prince vibe going on with his voice, and it just takes me back to earlier times in life. You know what I mean? Yeah, he has a nostalgic feel to his voice, and he's very good at what he does. And I hope he continues with his stuff as Blood Orange. You know what I mean? Because I'm I'm looking into it right now. Just like I hope you are too. So yeah. Okay. Next one is James Blake. James Blake is a vocalist. I like his stuff as well. His music is considered to be post dubstep. I haven't really looked into what exactly that means, but I'm guessing that of course it has an affiliation to dubstep, but of course it's not gonna sound quite like dubstep because dubstep has a lot of sounds, not just the hard banging boom 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 kind of thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't always sound like that. That's a big misconception about dubstep. I mean, I'm not too familiar about dubstep, and I'm not that crazy and that fond of dubstep, but you know what I mean? It doesn't always sound like that. There's definitely more to it. Um, yeah, James Blake, he does vocals, and that's what he does. He's got a soulful kind of. He's like Blue Eyed Soul. And actually, the rest of the other guys that I have on here are, you could pretty much define as Blue Eyed Soul. They have that really soulful kind of groovy voice. And I'm a fan of James Blake. And the next one is Jamie Woon. Now I like Jamie Woon as well, a little bit more than James Blake. Um, he had a he had a single called Night Air, which was co-produced by Burial, who I consider to be one of the best producers out right now with the stuff that he makes. And yeah, sorry. So I like Jamie Woon, and he has just as great a voice as James Blake. And yeah, the next one is Alex Clare. Now, Alex Clare, I definitely like more than Jamie Woon and James Blake. He has the blue-eyed soul, you know. His music is as of right now, it's the dubstep that everyone knows. You know, it's the dun 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 dun. But it's very weird because you almost never hear that kind of hard bumping music with with a soulful kind of voice like Alex Clare. He's found a way to mix it together to make it sound really really well. And I was really impressed by it. I first heard his song on that Internet Explorer commercial. Yeah, and I had to find out who he was because I really liked the song, and I heard the rest of his stuff, and he's just amazing. And I hope he goes very very far because he deserves it. He's a great guy. He's very talented. And the last one is a rap duo, Chitty Bang. Chitty Bang is fairly new. They've given out singles and stuff like that, albums for a couple of years now, they're gonna go far up, eventually in the game. I hope so because they're alternative hip hop. They're something different. They're a breath of fresh air. They're not into the whole bullshit hip hop game that they have now on the radio. There's something different, and I like that about them. It's Zafoon and Chitty, and it's both of them having this great collaboration of music. That they're really good at doing. So yeah, and those are my artists that you need to know about and that you should look into. Okay, just a small video, but it was kind of long. Okay, thanks for watching.